SDS comes in clutch again. They always deliver, especially for no money spent players. They love giving us free stuff, and today is no different because today we are getting a cover athlete program around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where we will be able to choose at least one cover athlete card from the cover athlete pack. If you didn't get a cover athlete pack when you started MLB The Show 22, you had to get one of the special editions of the game. That included cards like 88 overall Shohei Ohtani, Ken Griffey Jr., Aaron Judge, to name a few. But today, everybody is going to be able to pick one, and we don't know for sure what's going to be in the cover athlete program. Will we get more than one pack? Will it be sellable? Will it not be sellable? Unfortunately, I will not be home later to figure out if it's going to be sellable or not. So that'll be up to you guys to actually find out, because I won't be home around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. But in this video, we are going to be breaking down every single card and the market right now to see if the packs are sellable. Will the cards go up in price? Will they go down in price? And which cards are going to be the best to pick in this cover athlete pack? So if you're excited for this one, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. And make sure to follow me over on Twitch, because I am live streaming a ton of MLB The Show 22 content over there. But I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get it.
Minika, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so high, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Red button beaming.
So before we actually take a look at every single cover athlete card and see which one is the best to pick in the actual pack that we're going to get in the cover athlete program later today, let's first take a look here at the market and see what it's doing to the prices of all these cover athlete cards, because these cards for the most part were all super expensive yesterday before they announced that this program was going to be happening. Let's take a look at this Shohei Ohtani, for example. Just yesterday, this card's buy now price was about 35,000 stubs, and you'll see it right now, 11:30 in the morning right now. He goes for about 20,000 stubs buy now. I just put a buy order in for about 19,700 stubs, hoping I get this Ohtani, and I also put some buy orders in for these other cards. Let's take Tatis, for example, too. Yesterday, this card was about 30,000 buy now, and now this card you can get for a buy order of about 17,500 stubs. So why is that happening? We saw it last year with the 42 cards. We had a 42 series. We had some legends in the 42 pack. We had Babe Ruth, Ken Griffey Jr., Jackie Robinson, Cal Ripken Jr., just to name a couple of those guys. And what happened every single time that they announced these 42 programs or 42 packs actually coming out? All those cards went from being super expensive. Sometimes they were about 70,000 stubs. They went all the way down to about 15, 20,000 stubs when these packs were going to be coming out. And you're seeing the same thing happen here today with these cover athlete packs. Now, the program actually isn't out when I'm recording this video, so we don't know what's going to happen in this program. My biggest question about the program, which will be answered at 3 p.m., but I'm not going to be home, so I can't make a video at that point, is are these packs going to be sellable? Because in the program last year, sometimes the packs were sellable and sometimes they weren't sellable. When they were sellable before the program came out, the cards all went down in price, but if it was a non-sellable pack, all the cards went up back in price because the cards weren't sellable, so you weren't seeing a ton of them enter the market. But now if the packs wind up being sellable, these cards might go down even more. So it could be worth a risk if you're watching this video before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I'm actually doing. I'm trying to figure out if the packs are going to be sellable or non-sellable. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk here, and I invested into some of these cover athlete cards, hoping that the packs are going to be non-sellable, honestly, and that way I can sell these cards for about 30,000 stubs later today when the packs actually wind up coming out and the cards wind up going back up in price. On the flip side of that, that actually could hurt me a little bit, because if these packs wind up being sellable, I imagine these cards are going to go even cheaper. So I did invest in the cheaper ones. I didn't go ahead and spend 25,000 stubs on Javier Baez. I think I actually got him for about 21,000 stubs. So I'm not going to be going for Andrew McCutchen, whose buy now price is 32,000. I'm just not going to do that right now, because if the pack comes out, he'll go down a lot more. So I'll wait on that. But Tatis, that's only about 17,000. You have Joe Mauer for about 18, Griffey for about 17. These are the cards that I invested in, the cheapest ones. That way my risk isn't super high, and if they go up in price, that would be great for me. So that's what I'm wondering about the marketplace. And also, if we take a look at the face of the franchise program really quickly, obviously it's not going to be as big a program as the faces of the franchise program, but I actually could see them doing, maybe they give us 2 packs, because in the face of the franchise program, the first half we had non-sellable packs, and then the second half we got sellable packs for the face of the franchise. So who's to say they don't give us 2 cover athlete packs, 1 non-sellable, 1 sellable, so you can get 1 free card that you can't sell, pick the most expensive one, then you get the sellable pack and pick probably the most expensive one you can sell on the market. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. Or we might just get 1 pack sellable, non-sellable, or 2 packs that are completely completely non-sellable. I have no idea at this point in time, but regardless, we're going to be getting some free packs, and then that will lead me over to the collection for these cover athlete cards. This is going to be super important and why these cards are going to hold some value and will go back up in price eventually. If not today, they will go back up in price in time. Give it about a week or so after everybody finishes the cover athlete program, because you're only going to get one, maybe two in this program. You're still going to need 12 to get this 96 overall Joe Mauer, and I really want that card. I have 4 right now. I have Griffey, I have Miggy, I have Javier Baez, I have Fernando Tatis Jr. So I am missing 8 of these cards, and I have buy orders in for a couple more of these guys. And this Joe Mauer card is so good. That's 96 overall with 115 contact against righties, 103 against lefties, 86 power against righties, 74 against lefties. For the most part, high 80s, low 90s in the fielding stats, and then 47 speed. He's the top 3 card in the game, and I really want him on my squad, even though I just picked up the 91 overall Ali Rutschman for doing his collection. That stinks. A little bit of bad timing for me in terms of getting this Joe Mauer, but it's only a matter of time till these cards start going back up in price, because everyone wants that 96 Joe Mauer. I would imagine today you could probably get him as cheap as you possibly can for the next few weeks, or maybe even the next month, until they release another cover athlete pack at some point. So what we're going to take a look at now is every single card individually and see which one is going to be the best one if you're just looking for a person to actually go on your team and be a good card for your team. If you just want to pick the most expensive one, you can do that too. Let's start off with 88 overall Ken Griffey Jr. And Griffey cards are always nasty because Griffey has a great swing in the game. Lefty bat. He's going to mash righties, but he is not great against lefties. 65 contact against lefties, 75 power against lefties. This card actually a pretty solid defender for the outfield. 86 field, 79 arm, 70 accuracy, 85 reaction time, 70 speed. As much as I love Griffey cards, I probably would only use this card as a bench bat because the level of the face of the franchise, 90 overall outfielders like Trout, like Mullins, Buxton, Robert, they're all better than Griffey in my opinion, so I wouldn't go ahead and pick Griffey if I'm looking for an outfielder for my team. Next up is going to be the 88 overall Joe Mauer. So the 96 is disgustingly good, but the 88 is worse in about every single category, which honestly, in my opinion, makes him unusable at the catcher spot. I think there's 10 catchers at least better than this 88 overall Joe Mauer. With 104 contact against righties, 90 against lefties, that's pretty solid, but the power is not going to get it done for your team. And the fielding stats are solid behind the plate. He's good defensively and okay speed, but I could probably name 10 catchers better than this 88 overall Joe Mauer, so that wouldn't be my starting catcher. So if you're looking for him to be your starting catcher, just waiting for that 96 overall one, I would say just buy him, hold him, and wait till you can get the 96. I don't think he's worth starting on your team. This 88 overall Ryan Howard, I personally have not tried him yet, but I know that Ryan Howard's swing is disgusting, and the stats power-wise for this card are really, really good. 110 power against righties, 96 against lefties, 86 contact against righties, so he's going to be a great first baseman for you for power. We do have some good ones in face of the franchise like Josh Bell, we have Devers, we have Votto, so those cards do rival Ryan Howard, and I do like Devers, I think, a little bit better than this Ryan Howard card, but for about 20k right now, if you're able to buy him, maybe cheaper later on today, this card is going to be disgusting because of that great swing. Then we're going to have David Ortiz. I don't think this card is very good. If you're going to pick a first baseman in this program, go with Ryan Howard, who in my opinion is much better. Better power. Does he have better contact too? He does have better contact against righties, not better against lefties than David Ortiz, but he's better against righties in every aspect, more power against lefties, so I would definitely go Howard over Ortiz. This Andrew McCutchen card, I honestly don't know too much about him. He has okay contact, power, not very good in my opinion. Fielding stats are okay. Speed is okay. He's the most expensive guy right now, I think, because not a lot of people chose him in the cover athlete pack, so there's not a lot of them on the market, but hopefully today more people will choose Andrew McCutchen. If he is sellable, that way we can get him for cheaper on the market, but I don't think this card's very good. Kind of like what I talked about for Ken Griffey Jr., the amount of outfielders in this game better than McCutchen would not make me start McCutchen on my team. Miggy, though, on the other hand, I love this card. I have him parallel too. I did take him off my team now because of the lack of defense, but this also is a card you can play at first base because he is unreal at the plate. Great swing. The ball flies off the bat of Miguel Cabrera. He has very good contact for any difficulty you're playing on. The power is great for every difficulty too. Like I said, at the hot corner defensively, he's not great, so I would try to not play him at third base. I would play him at first, but I like Devers and Votto a little bit more than Miggy, so that's why I'm not using him at first base, but there's no question that this card is absolutely disgusting, and he's fairly cheap right now. One of the cheaper ones under 20k. Donaldson, I normally really like too because I do like his swing a lot, but not as much as Miggy at the first baseman spot or the third baseman spot, not as much as Griffey, Ryan Howard, but Donaldson's card looks pretty well rounded, good at the plate contact wise, not the best, power wise pretty solid defender, and then solid speed. Well rounded well-rounded card. If you need a well-rounded third baseman, Donaldson could be your guy. A few more cover athlete cards to talk about now. So 88 overall Aaron Judge. This card does stand out to me, not only because I'm a Yankees fan, but because this card has monstrous power for the outfield at the beginning of the year. 106 power against righties, 93 against lefties, 77 contact against righties, 59 against lefties. I didn't choose Judge for the first time in my cover athlete pack because I thought Miguel Cabrera was probably the best card in the pack, but this time around I might choose Aaron Judge, especially if it's non-sellable, to get Aaron Judge onto my team. Fielding stats are solid for the outfield: 84 fielding, 76 arm, 89 accuracy and reaction time, and then 66 speed. The only problem with Judge cards normally is the fact that he's 6'7", so the strike zone is absolutely huge and his swing isn't the best, so it's difficult sometimes for people who don't like bigger strike zones and don't like Judge's swing. They're not going to like his card. He is very expensive, so I'm hoping to get him in the pack for sure. Then we're going to have Shohei Ohtani. Actually, you know what? We'll go back to MLB The Show 19 and Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper, not as good as Aaron Judge in my opinion, because Judge is better in the field, better power than this Bryce Harper card, but against righties, Bryce Harper does have a really good swing, and he does mash righties with that 99 power against righties, 79 contact against righties. Fielding stats, though, like I said, not as good as Aaron Judge. He's going to be a liability for you in the field, which is why I wouldn't take Bryce Harper. 63 fielding, 80 arm, 83 accuracy, 65 reaction time, 64 speed. He's very expensive right now because I think he's another card that not a lot of people took in the pack. This next card really surprised me on how good he actually is, and that is 88 overall Javier Baez. This card is really solid at the plate. 70 contact against righties, 86 against lefties, 72 power against righties, 101 against lefties. Doesn't blow you away at the plate, but he gets it done against righties and even better against lefties. The fielding stats are amazing for shortstop, third base, second base, even for left field and right field if you want to put him there. 89 fielding, 93 arm, 60 accuracy, that doesn't really matter too much, and then 91 reaction time with 78 speed. If you're looking for a well-rounded infielder in this pack, there might be no one better than Javier Baez in my opinion. I do think Tatis is better though, as we talk about Tatis, but that's because Tatis has a better swing and much more power than Javier Baez. 105 against righties, 82 against lefties. Now I know the stats don't say he has so much more power, but it just feels like he has more power because of the swing in game in my opinion. 79 contact against righties, 74 against lefties, 60 fielding, 95 arm, 40 accuracy, 58 reaction time. There's no question though that the fielding stats for Tatis are insanely bad. The only thing he has going for him defensively is that arm, so I'm hoping that the 89 speed can wind up getting you to a lot of baseballs, and then he can make up for the bad fielding and reaction time stat with that cannon of an arm, 95. It's worth the risk because Tatis is just so good at the plate, so he might be one of the picks, especially on the no money spent team. And then we're going to have 88 overall Shohei Ohtani to end it off. Now, obviously for Ohtani, the only pitcher in this pack, he's obviously one of the more coveted picks in this pack because not only can he pitch, but he can also hit. As a pitcher, though, I'm never really a fan of Shohei Ohtani cards. I don't like his release. I feel like he hangs everything. I feel like he's batting practice, honestly. I love facing him because I always light him up, but I can never pitch well with Ohtani. In the comments, let me know, can you pitch well with Ohtani? Because I personally can. This year's game, last year's game, doesn't matter. 87 hits per 9, 75 Ks per 9, has a four-seamer, slider, splitter, cutter, curveball. Pitch control, not very good. That's why he's hanging everything. And the pitch break is solid on the splitter, but that's about it. But we're getting Ohtani to hit the ball as well as pitch. 91 power against righties, 86 against lefties. He can definitely hit very well. The only thing is you can't leave him on your bench as a bench bat in the game, and you can't even play him in the outfield. You have to start him or else you can't use Ohtani, which is really unfortunate. 67 contact against righties, 64 against lefties, has an 89 arm, not really sure what that's going to matter for you, and then 79 speed. If you were able to play Ohtani every single game, his value would be higher than this in my opinion on the list, but I just don't think he's very good because I can't pitch well with him, and he doesn't make up for the pitching at the plate in my opinion. He's not that good of a hitter, so I wouldn't get him. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this quick little video today, talking about all the cover athlete cards in the free cover athlete program coming out later today. In the comments down below, let me know which card are you going to be picking in the cover athlete pack. I think I'm going to go with Aaron Judge. As a Yankees fan, think I want to get him onto my team. But if you enjoyed the video and you found it useful, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll talk to you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.